This is the Shegone Nation podcast. And now, former Major League player and your certified hitting guru, Jeff Frye.
Welcome to the Shegone Nation podcast. This is episode number 11. Today, my guest is Gregory Ozuna. I want to talk about how Gregory and I got acquainted. It's a pretty amazing story. Many of you may know how the Shegone movement got started, but let me explain it again for those of you that don't. Over a year ago, I posted a video on Twitter mocking a hitting drill I saw on social media. Never did I expect the type of response it would receive. Almost immediately, I started receiving direct messages, text messages, and phone calls from unknown numbers filled with hate and derogatory comments about me and my sons. It was bad. I couldn't believe it. Well, all that did was inspire me to post another video. The second video received over 100,000 views on Twitter and many more social media platforms. I used to look all over social media for ridiculous drills being taught to kids to try and educate parents and to the absurdity of these teachings. These days, most of the material I post is sent to me from my followers and people I know in the baseball industry. On May 8th, I posted a video in which Gregory was involved. He was actually sent to me. It was actually sent to me by two people. One, a friend I met through social media who views these types of celebrations as bad for the game, and the other by a professional baseball scout I've known for 20 years. Without ever considering that ethnicity or color would enter the conversation, I posted the video. This video went viral with over 4 million views to date. Somehow it was insinuated by many that I only posted the video because Gregory had dark skin, which never even crossed my mind. The next 3 or 4 days were very difficult for me personally. I couldn't believe the hateful messages I received. It broke my heart, honestly. I also saw a lot of negative comments directed at Gregory, and I decided to follow him on Twitter, hoping he would contact me. 4 days later, it happened. Gregory direct messaged me on May 12th. I was thrilled. I immediately sent him a direct message letting him know that I hoped he understood I meant no ill will towards him. On May 15th, I asked Gregory if he would like to talk. He said yes, so I called him. We talked for 20 minutes, and I was so impressed by his character that I vowed to try and help him in any way that I could. I told him that if he would be willing to come on my podcast and let people get to know the real Gregory Ozuna, it hopefully would be beneficial to him. He graciously agreed, and here we are today. Welcome to the show, Gregory.
Oh, thank you so much for that introduction, and thank you for the opportunity to have me here in your podcast.
Yeah, I appreciate you taking the time. I know you just flew into, I think you said Indiana, to play in the Prospect League. That's pretty exciting, man. And it's a tribute to what you've done in college. And I've heard you're a very good player. I know you had a great senior year, and I know it's your dream to continue playing baseball. So hopefully this opportunity is one that, you take advantage of and show people how you can play baseball.
Thank you so much. Thank you, sir.
Well, I must say that our conversation was pretty amazing. It brought so much joy to my heart to find out what a wonderful young man you are. I'm so thankful you agreed to come on this podcast, and I can't wait for everyone to get to know you. Have you ever been on a podcast before?
This is going to be my first time.
All right.
It's going to be my first time.
Awesome. This is awesome.
Yeah.
I feel honored.
Being honest, a lot of people that have podcasts have been testing me and stuff before, like, we want you to be in our podcast and stuff, just to do interviews and stuff. But since I talked to you first, I was like, no, like, I don't say no to them, but like, we talk first about it, so I
that's cool.
I just try to
Well, I appreciate it. Well, maybe after this one, man, you can start doing them all the time and get some exposure that I think could be beneficial to you. I don't know. That's
I'm kind of nervous now. But
no, don't be nervous.
It's okay. It's okay. Yeah.
It's nothing. We got past all the ugly stuff. Now we can have some fun and see if we can help you out. Well, let's let the listeners hear a little bit about you. Will you tell us a little bit about yourself, where you were born, when you came to the United States?
Oh yeah, I was born in Dominican Republic. in the 94. I came to United States. First of all, I finished high school in Dominican Republic. Okay. And when I finished high school, there was this guy calling, his name's Gilberto, and he he helped guys come to the United States and play at university level. So he went to the R and make like this tryout to see who guys he can bring here to the United States, and so they can do some tryouts. And I was one of those guys, make some tryout and get hit was here in 2015 for first time in Darton College in Albany, Georgia.
And was that a junior college?
Yeah, that was a junior college.
And how long were you there?
I was there for 1 year and then I went there, 2 semesters, so 1 year. They closed the university because they combined together with another university and they convert like D2. Mm-hmm. And like when when I came from Dominican Republic, my English was even worse than now. And so I just took English class, so it wouldn't transfer to D2. Like the classes that I took, it wouldn't transfer to D2. So after that year, I transferred to New Mexico.
To another junior college?
Another junior college in New Mexico.
The first year, you didn't even play baseball, did you?
No. I barely take like maybe 12 at bats. I didn't play the freshman year.
Okay. And sophomore year, you played junior college in New Mexico.
Yeah, with Luna Community College.
Okay. And how'd you do there?
Yeah, I did pretty good there. Yeah, in all aspects of the work, like class-wise and baseball.
Really?
In baseball, I hit about 320. I hit 320. That was my first year playing complete games. I played all 55 games. Starter. Hit 6 home runs, 30 RBIs, scoring 22 bases, 14 doubles, 6 triples. I don't remember what else, but I was first team all conference there too.
Oh, good job.
That was
You got some mad skills.
Yeah, and then so did you transfer the next year to Wayland Baptist?
To Wayland Baptist, yeah, that was a blessing because what happened was like after I finished my sophomore year in Luna Community College, I got some offer of big schools like D1, but I couldn't go because I don't have enough credits. You know that you have to you transfer to D1, you have to have certain credits. So Coach Bass came to me. Coach Bass is the coach in Wayland Baptist University, by the way. He came to me and say, I want you here. Even if you don't have the credits, you can sit a year, make those credits, and you can play next year. So I feel that was a blessing from God, because I don't think every coach will do that. Like have a player like in the spring, knowing that he won't be able to play. So I was there for 2018 in the spring, take all my classes, pass it all. I passed like 19 hours, and then came in the fall again, passed all 19 hours, and then I played my first year in 2019.
Okay, so was that considered your junior year or sophomore year?
Junior year, yeah. It was junior year, yeah.
But did you get an extra year with the COVID too?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So this year was actually your 5th year playing in college. The first year you hardly played at all, but this was actually your 4th full season, but 5th total, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah, yes, sir. That's how it is.
Sounds like he set out 1 year to get his grades. I mean, to get his credits, right? You set out 1 year to get your credits.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Wow, that's cool. That is a cool coach to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm so thankful with him because he showed me the way that it's not like just baseball. It's about classes too. You know, like we have the only sure thing that we have is like our education. At the end of the day, you know, like baseball is good. We love baseball, but that's an adventure. You don't even know if you want to make it to the major league. You don't even know if whenever you going to finish your career in baseball. But like if you are prepared with a school, you will have opportunity anywhere. Like like being coach, being teacher, or whatever you want, in life. And I'm so thankful with him. Like even that I had to sit that year because my classes. Yeah, I learned a lot from him.
Not to mention, I mean, it's so hard to make it to the major leagues. And even if you do make it to the major leagues, your career is usually over by the time you're in your mid 30s. Or, some guys play a little bit longer, very few. But I mean, you have the other,
Mhm.
30, 40, 50 years of your life to do something else, and to have an
Yeah.
education to help
Yes,
you do
sir.
that is very important. Very important. Well, I
Yes, sir.
think that's pretty cool that coach did that. I don't know many coaches that would do that, but I mean, that was pretty neat of him to do that.
Yeah, we didn't have like that the year that I played the first year in Wildland, we didn't have that like big year. Like we didn't win as much games, but he was happy with me because I could do big things. Like that was my best year, one of my best year in college. Like before this year and last year, that was one of the best year because I was MVP on the team, first team of conference. I make a lot of awards that he was proud of what we did because we see that year and came when we came back, I did the things right. Thanks God.
Wow, that's great. I hear you guys have a center fielder that's a pretty good player too. Hit 28 or
But
29 home runs this year.
29 home runs. That's the best player that I ever played with.
Yeah, I actually
But,
talked to a coach of a university that played against you guys, and he said
mhm.
this guy that your center fielder was maybe the best player he's ever seen at that level.
Yeah, five skills, humble guy too.
Yeah.
He's not that. Yeah, humble guy. If you see him,
Where's he from?
he's from Dominican Republic also.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Did you know each other in the Dominican, or did you meet over here?
being honest, no, we met each other here. The first time that he came to the tryout in Wayland, I met him.
Now is he playing in the prospect league too?
He was invited to do it, but he decided not to come for he have his reason. I don't know. He he waiting on some calls and stuff. He's working with scouts and stuff. So
He's expected to get drafted, right?
yeah, and
Okay.
all the kind of
Hopefully he
stuff.
does.
Yeah, good
Hopefully he
stuff.
does.
You're
Oh
not gonna
yeah,
you're not gonna believe this. I am very good friends with Jacob Green.
Oh, you know Jay Green?
Your catcher, yes. You said Wayland Baptist, and I went.
You know him?
I know him well. He's the starting catcher, Jeff. He's the starting catcher for Wayland Baptist.
Really? How do you know
Yeah,
him?
he's fire. He's fire. That guy play with intensity and he's fire. Yeah, he's good. Great arm.
How do you know him, John?
He so my wife and I we're the church that we go to, and Jacob grew up in that church. I've known him since he's about 6 years old, and then he grew up. He started playing baseball. He's real good at baseball. Grew up here in the Metroplex, and ended up going to Wayland. And you were sitting there saying Wayland. I go, Wayland. I think that's where I just saw Jacob last weekend. It's crazy. I can't wait till I go tell him about you, because oh man, this is fantastic. Then I do know your coach is good. Yeah.
Yeah, don't tell him you do a podcast for that jerk guy that made a video that went viral with his teammate. Well, let's talk about how you did this year. What type of numbers did you put up this year in college?
This year hit like about 330, 9 runs, 42 RBIs, 21 stolen bases, 12 doubles, 2 triples, fielding percent over 900 plus. I get when the season started, I went to the top NAA players. I get to the top NAA players and all that good stuff. Thanks God, yeah.
Wow, that's pretty awesome. Would you consider yourself a good defensive shortstop, or you're more offensive?
I'm both. I can do both. Yeah, my junior year, I struggled with with the throws because I dive. So when I dive, I have a really good arm. So when I throw the ball like one hop, it couldn't be catch. Like a lot of those balls couldn't be catch. But our first baseman, for some reason, think like it's too hard for. So yeah, when I came in 2020, that was in 2019. That was my first year. So when I came in 2020, I made the Gold Glove. I played 30 games and I made just 2 errors
Oh, wow.
last year. Yeah, in 30 games. Yeah, I have to be focused on just get focused on his chest because I got a good arm and I know that I can put it there. I just the year before I just wasn't thinking. I just catch the ball and throw it, try to get it rid of.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, I mean, it's all about fundamentals, man. You got to repeat the same thing over and over. And sometimes I think having a great arm can be a curse because a lot of times guys will lay back and rely on the fact that they have a great arm.
Yeah, and forget about the feet.
Yeah, and not do everything the way they're supposed to. And I know I never had that problem because I didn't have a great arm. So I had to do everything. I had to do everything right with my feet and everything. And I'll be honest, when I was in college, I wasn't a very good defensive player. I didn't become a better defensive player until I got to professional baseball and was fortunate enough to have a guy named Perry Hill, who is a major league coach today, taught me some basic fundamentals that I never was taught my entire life. And that's what helped me become a major league infielder. And it was the 6 F's is what he teaches. He teaches.
Yeah, and I think you're right. That's what happened because now that you say that, that's what happened with me sometimes. Like, in our minds, like when you have a good iron, you're like, okay, if this ball can hear it, I have good iron. It's okay if it's wrong. I just can catch and throw it hard. And sometimes it will work, but sometimes when your feet get stuck, it will be bad because you will throw then a bad hole or something. You wanna try to rush and make a bad throw. And I think that's something that not just me, but a lot of young kids should work on it. Like not to let get in your mind. Like, oh, I have a good arm. I don't have to move my feet. I don't have to do this. Or because I have good feet, I don't have to force my arm. You have to like work all the time on everything.
Yeah, it's got to all work together.
Yeah, it's all together.
Yeah, and the only thing that makes you better is working at it all the time, repetition, and like the guy I was telling you about, Perry Hill, he taught me, and he always taught me catch the ball in the middle, funnel, replace my feet, follow my throw, and now he calls it the 6 F's, which is footwork, field, funnel, footwork, fire, follow. And I did that every single time I got a ground ball. I tried to do it that way. And so I didn't make many throwing errors. I played second base. I didn't have the throw that you have because I got moved over to second base in college, played a little bit of shortstop, but I got moved over because I didn't have a good enough arm to play shortstop every day. And so when I got into pro ball, I was a second baseman. And then later in my career, I started playing all over the field out of necessity. Yeah, being accurate and being, using those feet, man, you got to do that consistently all the time. You can never let up because the one time you do is when you throw a ball away.
Yes, sir. That's how it is. You can see that even in MLB when I follow all the shortstop in MLB, and you can see like when they they know what they're doing, when they stop their feet moving, they throw the ball away.
Yep. Yeah. So who's your favorite Major League Baseball player? Is it a shortstop?
No. It's an outfielder.
Let me guess. What team?
Mookie Betts.
Oh,
Mookie.
Yeah.
I said I went too fast. Mookie Betts, yeah.
Yeah, he's pretty good, man. I mean, there's some great players.
Yeah. What's yours?
Well, you might not know who my favorite player is, but his name is
No,
Jonah
I'll say it
Heim.
right now.
Well, yeah,
Right now.
his name is Jonah Heim, and he is a catcher for the Texas Rangers, and I'm his agent, so he has to be my favorite player.
Yeah.
No, but I mean, I have a lot of guys that I like. I really like Mike Trout a lot. I really like Juan Soto. He's a beast.
Yeah.
Freddie Freeman is pretty incredible
Oh,
guy.
yeah.
Uh,
Mookie.
I don't know.
I can't argue with Mookie. That's a great. I love how Mookie plays. I
Oh
love
yeah,
how
Mookie's
plays.
5'9" too. He's a little guy, and I mean, he can do it all.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
Greg's a tall
That's
guy.
why
For
I
us,
like him.
yeah. How
And it's
tall are you,
the way
Gregory?
that he do the thing. I'm 6'2".
Ooh, I wish
He's
I was
the
6'2". I'd have played in the NBA if I was 6'2".
I love the way, because the way the Mookie Betts play, like he play like, like he make all the plays. He always playing hard, even if that's what something that I admire from him. Like he can strike out like 3 times in a game, and you see him with the same attitude in the field.
Mhm,
yep.
And that's something that not everybody can control.
mhm.
Like even me, I can be honest. Like I won't be able. I'm not able like to control it like as he do it. Like that's the one of the only players that I see can that control himself the most. Like he always smiling. He play the game hard even if he have a bad day.
Mhm.
If he have a bad day in the play, he's still doing his best in the outfield. Try to help his team winning in another way.
Yep. I mean, there's more than one way to help your team win a baseball game.
Yeah,
Whether or
than
not
hitting. Yeah,
it's on the
yeah.
base paths or in the field or whatever. And the worst thing you can do as a player is let your at bat affect how you are in the field.
Yes, sir.
And I mean, I've done that before. I had a bad at bat, went out in the field and made an error. I mean, it just piles on. And I learned the hard way that you have to have a short memory in this game. You can't remember, you can't change what already happened. You got to worry about what's coming down the road. So
Yes,
that's
sir.
good. That's a great attitude. So I want to talk about, let's get to the game, the game that was heard around the world, the video. And
Oh,
yeah, so
it's going on fire now.
yes, do it. So um, I was sent the video, like I mentioned early on, that two people sent me a video of that game and your home run. And I didn't know much about the situation of the game. And, from the video, you can't really tell. I just saw your home run and your celebration, and you threw the bat. And unfortunately, the umpire decided to walk toward third. Probably you had no idea that he would be there, I'm sure. But it didn't look real good. And so when I posted it, I had no idea what was going to happen. And almost immediately, people started messaging me. I'm like, what is going on with this thing? And it was never my intent for it to bring you any negative publicity or anything. I've posted hundreds of videos, and generally the videos I post are of funny drills I see on social media, or maybe baseball plays that I don't think should be done that way, or certain celebrations should be done that way. But there's never anything negative. But I want you to tell the story about the game, that situation, if you would please. And I knew from what I hear, you guys were down by 8 runs. You made a great comeback. And so it was a very big home run at that situation in the game. So would you mind telling us a little bit about it?
Yes, sir. So how you say, we were down by 1 run in the ninth inning. So one of to make the history how it was, my or DH or designator here was up, and Luis Vargas, the one that you say that he hit the 29, he came to me and say, I feel that you're gonna get to hit. And I say, are you sure? Because the designated hitter was 8, and there was 1 out already. So it was 1 out. So he get the base hit, and they change the runner. They put a fast runner, and the third baseman go up, and Luis came to me. I was in the waiting spot. I was about to hit.
On deck. Yeah.
Yeah, the third baseman was hitting, and he strike out. Came to me 2 outs in the ninth, so about one more out and they win. So he came to me and say, "Hey, you got me, do it." And one of my coaches, the hitting coaches, Jonathan Unterwalder, he said, "Hey, remember that he got you with the fastball, the last at bat. Be on time." But he's telling me that, but I'm not looking at his eyes. I'm focused on what I'm gonna do in the plate. I go to the plate. I always pray in my mind, say something to God, and just let it happen. I step on the bus. Was thinking about what he told me because it was true. He threw me fastball inside last at bat, and I hit a fly ball to third. And he made the same pitch, and so that's when I hit it. I hit the ball. I hit the ball out. So I swing the ball. It was something that I can explain. Like I just hit the ball, and as soon as I hit, I know that it was gone. So I turned to my dugout. I never talked to them because I never. So I turned to our dugout. I'm watching to the guys and say like I'm saying to them like, let's go, that we in Spanish, of course. Like, let's go, we can do it. Like, we're the best. All the stuff that came out of my mind in that moment because it's the emotions, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I threw the bat, but I threw the bat to them. I don't even throw the bat to the umpire. So I don't even see the umpire. I throw the bat. I was so happy that I didn't even see I throw it. And I start running through the bases. Not saying that nothing to them. I was saying stuff like to me, like, let's go. I knew. So I get into the home plate. That stuff that I saw a lot of people commenting about the boom, like when I touched the home plate hard with with my leg. A lot of people were talking about that, like why he have to do that. No, it's something that all of us do it when somebody hit on run. When you go to the home plate, you do. We do that. We all of us do the boom. That's how we call it. Yep. Okay. So when I'm giving the hand to my friend, to the second baseman, and to everybody, like they say, "Hey, you got thrown out to the game," and I was so happy. I didn't believe it. I was so happy I wasn't here. And the coach came to them and explained what was happening and stuff. And so I get out of the field because I respect. I'm not like, like I'm gonna be, oh, why? I just take my stuff and get out of the field. But that was pretty much it. It was everything emotions.
Yeah.
But I never say anything to the other team.
Well, it was raw emotion, and I know this for a fact because I talked to the head coach of Oklahoma City, and he said that the players on his team love you, that you always talk to them and you tell them that your celebrations are nothing against them. It's just to your team to get them fired up. And he says they all talk to you, they all like you and all this stuff. And I talked to him before I talked to you. And I was like, man, I gotta have to talk to this guy. I have to talk.
Yeah, that's why I was about to tell you at that point. I was about to tell you like what I did after. So I feel bad because the video wasn't happening. You have by that time I think you haven't, no, by that time you didn't post the video. That was before. So I get to the hotel and I have friends in that thing. Like he told you, I told to all of them. And I have them on all my socials. So I test the center field. He tests me. Sorry, he said like that's baseball, like that they don't have nothing against me. So I test them and tell him, oh, it's nothing. Like I don't want you guys get me wrong. It's nothing against you guys. I love you guys, and that's why I'm trying to clear this to you guys. I throw the bat to Ordoga. I never say nothing to you guys because I said some words in Spanish. So I don't know if they were confused, but they weren't. But I'm humble enough. Like I don't want to like hurt nobody. So I was like, no, let me just test him and explain so he can talk to all of them. Like when I was talking in Spanish, it wasn't for them. It was to our dugout, like hyping up my dugout. It wasn't nothing like serious against them or something. And most of them talked to me nice. Even after next day when I went to the field, first game I didn't play. I was outside and all of them went to me and say hi and stuff, and talk to me nicely.
And had they seen the video at that point, the that I posted or whatever?
Yeah, by that time the video was posted. Yeah, the video was posted and everything. Yeah.
And what did they say? What did you guys say about it?
Like about the one that you posted or about the one the Sports Center?
Oh, I didn't even see the Sports Center. What? Which one was that? See,
You you didn't see a Sports Center poster too?
no, no, I didn't
Yeah,
see that.
Awesome.
I was
yeah.
actually asked by,
So the video have like on all places that is it have like over 30 millions because in Sports Center you have like 5.6 millions too.
wow. Yeah,
Wow.
But yeah,
I was contacted by two pretty well-known media sources. I'm not going to say their names, but they
okay.
wanted to know if they could post the video and give me credit for it. And I said, no. I said, it's not my video, and it's got so much negativity attached to it that I don't want you to do that. I didn't give them permission. One of them posted it anyway. Barstool Sports posted it anyway, and then attached my name to it. But I didn't tell them they could do that,
Yeah,
because I just wanted it to go. I really wanted it to go away because I didn't know if you were experiencing the negativity that I was, and it was really ugly. I was like, man, these people are so hateful. That's like anybody that knows me
yeah,
know I'm not that. That's not me. That's
yeah. There
not
was
me.
a lot
Yeah,
of
true.
there was some that were negative, but most of them were positive. And at some point, that's why I tried to after some days. That's why I tried to test you because there was more like a lot of people were testing me like positive, but with attitude that like weren't right.
Mm-hmm.
Like because I know at first if you are not fan of baseball, you won't understand like the comments. Like example, the comment that you did, I never take it like a racist way.
Mm-hmm.
I just try to I don't want to say like I was happy, but I read it and try to understand why you make the comment, and because everybody have different opinions, and I have to respect your opinion. And you have more experience than me in baseball. You play MLB, and I nobody can take that away from you. So I was like, let me think to see what he really means because I don't want to go like, oh, he's racist, oh, he's this, oh, he's this. No, I don't want to go crazy. I know why you can even see my Twitter. I never post nothing like negative saying like, oh, this guy never. I never
Yeah.
No,
say
I know
nothing.
you did. I know you didn't. And when I saw the negativity, I was like, "What is going on with this mess?" I was like, I don't know.
What?
It was really, it was a difficult time for me
But yeah,
because I
but
mean, I'm 54 years old and I've never been called some of the things I was called on social media, and it hurt me inside. I was like, "This is really our world is filled with this much hate that people
yeah,
would say this
at
garbage."
some point I was like I was happy because they were supporting me and I loved the way that like they were to me that because I
Hmm.
didn't know what they were saying to you. They were like being nice and trying to put me like to get my head up because they knew that I get tossed out of the game and that I wouldn't be able to play next game. And they were trying to be nice to them, but that's why I try to test you
Hmm.
and so we can talk and people can see like because I know something in my heart tell me he's not like that. He's not like people are saying. I would like to talk to him and just so people can see like we're good and like everybody can be in peace. Like I don't like negative stuff to other people. Like like I don't think that's right. And especially when you haven't do like something you haven't do something like wrong.
Yeah,
I, I,
and that's, I appreciate you saying that, Gregory. And it's all anybody would have to have done is look at all the stuff I've posted in the last year and a half to see that I've never used race or ethnicity. I mean, it's the same
profanity.
thing. Profanity, I don't allow it. I promote kids. I've never used gender. I believe girls should have the same opportunity to play sports as boys. And I want to promote the game to kids because I know I played this game for a living because I loved it and I learned to love it as a kid.
I
Yeah,
tell you,
and
And
I tell you
yeah.
what, Greg. I'm
Mhm.
gonna take my hat off to you. I'm gonna interrupt you real quick. You are an impressive young man, and Jeff, I know why you kept telling me what a great kid this is. You are a very mature impressive young man. I'm really impressed. Now, Jeff and I are two old fogies. We're the same age, and we grew up. We grew up before all this social media crap. So we're that's. But you are an unbelievable. I was not that mature at 25 years old. I can tell you, I was pretty stupid.
Thank you. I just be that I think that to my mom. I give credit to my mom and my dad. They raised me like that. They raised me to love everybody. Like even if people hate me, I will be nice to them. I don't. And I'm not saying like Jeff used to hate me or something. He didn't.
Never.
I'm just saying like, whatever. Like I don't care like how people feel about me. I will always be lovely with everybody because I don't like the negative vibe, because that's something that my family didn't teach me. Like they raised me like always in a good way. That you have to be humble and always be love, like all love and peace with people, because that if you trust God, you that's what you what you should do. Because I see people that can say like, oh, I trust God, I did this to God, but whenever something happens, I hate this guy, no.
Yeah.
You have to, I think that people should just think before they talk. They have to think. That's why I never when that situation happened, I don't try to type nothing like with emotions, or I let my people, because I had a lot of people like telling me, hey, don't pay attention, do this, and I don't pay attention to nobody, because I'm not saying like the people that were supporting me, like I'm talking about my like friends that I have, like telling me stuff like to do, and I don't have to do like stuff like so people can think, oh yes, let's go, let's people be mean to him in his Twitter. I was like all how you say when something I did it backwards. Like instead of being bad, I was good. I was like, okay, let me just be humble and test him so we can figure it out and make at least a tweet. I don't even wasn't thinking about talking on the phone. I was like, let me tell him so we can make a tweet, and so the people that are supporting me will know that he's a good person. Like he don't mean that in a personal stuff. That was just baseball, and baseball is baseball. That's a sport way, and the person is another stuff. And that's why I test him, and that's why.
And that's why you're on the podcast today, man, because you're a stand-up guy, and I applaud your parents. Your parents did a wonderful job raising you. Do you have brothers and sisters?
Yes, sir. I have one brother and one sister.
How are they, older or younger than you?
My sister is older and my brother is younger.
Now, is your family in the United States or the Dominican?
No, they in Dominican. Yeah, they in Dominican.
Wow. So when's the last time you actually got to see them? They come visit you?
Yeah, I saw them actually in January.
Oh,
in
good.
January.
Yeah.
Okay.
But January, yeah. But before that, I had like a year without seeing them.
Oh, COVID. I bet COVID probably did a lot, didn't it?
Yeah.
Well, this is great. For the record, I applaud your passion for the game, and I know that times have changed. During my era, it was frowned upon to do some of the things we see on a regular basis now, different generation of players. To me, it was always about respecting the game and the 150-year history of the game. I know this Let the Kids Play initiative being promoted by Major League Baseball encourages, celebrations and bat flips, taunting by pitchers and things. That's just not the way I played the game when I played.
You're old.
I am old. I'm a fan of guys doing the job they're paid to do, with class. That being said, we are all entitled to our own opinion.
Yep.
And we
Yes.
don't have to agree on what's the right way to act on a baseball field. But what we can't do is use our differences as ammunition to attack people's character. We can't spread hate just because we want to. We need to be better at communicating and spread as much love as we can to all people. And I look forward to continuing our friendship and watch you chase your dream of becoming a Major League Baseball player.
Yeah, thank you so much. I know it's not my podcast, but I want you to give, like, to tell the people like how you feel in that moment, like how was all the process, like since during those 3 days, and after I text you and we talk?
It was like I said, the 3 or 4 days before that all this video, I was getting all this backlash from the video. It was rough, man. My girlfriend was like, "Babe, are you all right?" I was like, "Man, it hurts my heart that people can be this hateful." And I understand the way the world is today. People immediately assume you think a certain way, without even taking the time to consider the source or look into your background. And I can tell you that the day, I know where I was when you messaged me. I was in my closet and I was sitting there waiting for the shower to get hot. And I looked and I was like, "Oh my God, I got a direct message from Gregory Ozuna." I like ran in the other room and I was like, "That player from that threw his bat that hit the home run?" I was like, "He just messaged me." And I like immediately, I was like, and I messaged him back and he messaged me again. And he messaged me again. I was like so excited because I just wanted you to know that I had no ill feelings toward you. And sometimes, with the crazy social media world we live in now, people misinterpret stuff and they think it, they try to use it against you to, I don't even want to say the cancel stuff, but it's like, what is going on in this world? And I can't even tell you. And that I started thinking about it. I told a friend of mine about it. He goes, "You know who the next guest is on your podcast, right?" And I was like, "Oh my gosh, we should get him on here," because I was like, this guy is an unbelievable guy. He, all this negativity and he's like texting me, "Bless you," and all these kind things. I'm like, the world needs to know, or maybe just the social media world needs to know what an outstanding young man this guy is. And when we talked that day on the phone, that was awesome too. I actually was driving to an hour away to go talk to a 13U team. And my friend set it up and I was like so excited. I was calling everybody on the way, trying not to text and drive, saying, "Oh my God, I talked to Gregory. I can't wait to," I was so excited. So, I mean,
sounded like you were 15 when you called me.
I'm telling you, I was like, called my girlfriend. I was like, "Babe, this is unbelievable." I said, "We are going to have the opportunity to turn something so ugly and so negative into something positive." And I said, and I don't know if I can help Gregory in any way, play baseball in the future. That's up to him now. I'm glad you have this opportunity, Gregory. I said, but if nothing else, I want people to, maybe it can lead to something else down the road. Maybe somebody who will watch this, wants to hire you to work for them at some point when baseball, who knows where it goes, but just, I think promoting you and the type of young man you are, can only benefit you. And that's what I want to do. And I want to turn this negative into a positive. And because of you giving me this opportunity, I mean, it touched my heart. And
no, and I want to tell you that it's opportunity for me to express myself here. And I want to people know, like, I'm not doing this like, oh, I can get opportunity to play, to be a baseball player. I can get this. To be honest, don't take me like wrong. Like, I don't care like what happened. Like, if I go pro, I don't know. I don't care. I care more about being like better person than a better player, because at the end of the day, being better person, I will get more opportunities in life than being better player.
That I can guarantee you.
Wow.
Yes.
That's you just never cease to amaze me, man. I mean, this
is unreal. I mean, you talk about a lesson that this whole world could see. This is a guy that thought somebody thought something negative about him. And instead of reacting and going crazy, he decided to reach out and go, maybe let's make sure he's what he was trying to say. And then you guys are just like these buddies. You have the biggest smile I've ever seen, Greg. It's one of the greatest smiles and that I've ever seen. And Jeff called me like a 15-year-old going, "Man, this kid is unbelievable. I hope," he was talking about helping you. "Oh boy, I hope I can get him a scout in front of me." He's just talking all this stuff. And
yes, Jeff is my brother now. I tell him all the time. Sometimes I think like Jeff gonna get mad at me. He's gonna say, Ozuna, stop testing me. You testing me too much.
Nah, I text him all the time too. Don't worry about it.
And I try to reply as quickly as I can. I've appreciated it, and I think that I'm a firm believer that things happen for a reason, and something, for whatever reason or not, brought us together. And I hope that you continue to text me, and I hope that you keep me posted on your progress in that league. And if there's ever anything that I can do to help you, I will certainly do it. I have a lot of friends, a lot of very influential friends in my life, fortunately, that I know watch the podcast or listen to the podcast. And I know if there's anything they could do to help you, they would do that too.
Thank you. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
So, well, this has been great, John. John does a wonderful job. He's a baseball lover. He has his own podcast, The Recliner.
Yeah, I like John. I like John.
Yeah, John. All right,
John. John, send me your Twitter and stuff so I can follow you. I'm gonna start.
I just followed you, buddy. I just followed you. So
you're going to get tired of me too.
That's all right. You know what? I love it. You text me anytime. Jeff and I talk all the time. He will get back with you. And sometimes you ball players, I never went as far as you guys, but sometimes it doesn't hurt to reach out to a pro when you're in a slump or whatever, and have somebody just lift you up and go, you know what, buddy, keep your head up, get on it. Hey, in baseball, if you fail 7 times out of 10, you're still a good ball player. That's what's amazing.
Yes.
So, this was great to meet you, Greg. And Jeff, everything you said is superseded how well you love this kid. Is superseded. What a great kid.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
It really has. So I won't keep you much longer. I know you probably have practice tomorrow, right?
We play tomorrow. Actually, we play tomorrow. I have practice at 11, and then we're leaving at 1, and we'll be playing at 7 p.m. tomorrow.
All right, I got to go follow this.
I probably don't have to tell you this, Gregory, but be the first one there, right? And be the
last one to leave.
The last one to leave, and be the first guy on the field and the first guy off the field in between innings. And I think just be yourself, because I can tell that you have a lot of passion and a lot of heart and a lot of character. And I wish you nothing but the best. I appreciate you taking the time to come on here with me and John.
Thank you. Thank you so much again for the opportunity. God bless you guys.
Yes. Well, I'll go ahead. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
Sorry. It means, I want to say, like, it means a lot, like, from you guys that are reading this, like, that you take the time to advise me and talk to and be nice to me. Like, I really appreciate it.
Yeah, well,
absolutely.
Not as much as we do. Well, absolutely. Every time, I'm not sure if you've seen any of my silly videos on social media, but I always have to end the podcast with my silly saying. But so
I seen that people people always want to fight with you about home stuff. I mean,
hey, I'm just trying to educate parents that to listen to the right instructors.
I know, but it's funny to me because people, a lot of people take it to the wrong way, and I just laugh. I always laugh.
Yeah, if they knew me, I don't think they would.
Yeah, I know.
Oh well, you know me now. I appreciate it, Gregory. Thanks for coming on the podcast, John. You're the man. Keep us posted, Gregory, on your progress, and I
will send you the link. Yeah.
And the best of luck to you. And when we get this edited, I'll send it to you so you can send it to your parents. All right.
Okay. Thank you so much. Have a great day. God bless you guys.
Okay. This is Jeff Frye and John Moore signing off. Shegone.
This has been the Shegone Nation podcast. Thanks for listening. For more fun merchandise or videos, go to shegonehitting.com. That's shegonehitting.com. And follow us on Twitter. We are at ShegonePod. That's at ShegonePod. Thanks again for listening.